Hello, it is time to take a look at how October went. I was on vacation at the very beginning of this month, so this is a little bit later than usual, but I still wanted to check in on our monthly goals and see what the impact was on October and how it went. Shay is off to rehearsal already. November and December are very busy months for us, for her specifically, but for us in general. So she may be in and out this month. She's working. She's at rehearsal. She's got a show. So let's take a look at what we got and where we are. If you're new, welcome. Super happy to have you. I have annual goals that I work towards just throughout the year. I like to just check in and see how we're stacking up month over month. If I find it very motivating. It's a little redundant, I think, for some people, but it's fun for me. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, I have a large amount of student loans. I did get a master's degree in directing for theater. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I do have to, pay for a lot of student loans now, which is crazy, which is wacky. On the very first video way back on my channel, I talk about that a little more in depth, but this is where we're at. This is what we're working on. That's it. Life is life, man. But I have been working on paying those down. As you can see, when there was a student loan pause happening, I was just putting money into a high yield savings account every single week. I get paid weekly. And I was just this was just sitting, there was no interest. And then when the money went into repayment, I had a $17,000 drop because I paid $17,000 on it. I've got $280 every single week. That just doesn't even go into my regular budget, doesn't even touch my day-to-day spending. It just goes into a separate account, and then I just pay my student loans from that account. So that's kind of automated right now, and I'm planning on just upping that as my wages go up, as expenses go down. Yeah, right. And just, maintaining it that way. So that's what I'm doing right now. My annual income, I like to track just throughout the year as it goes up. This is not how much I'm earning every month. This is just how much I've made total so far. Net worth is obviously my assets, my retirement accounts through work, all those things, minus my debt, which is just student loans. That's the only debt I have. I've paid everything else off. FIRE is financial independence, retire early. And I use a spreadsheet from budgetsaresexy.com to calculate what I'd get basically every month if I were to retire right now. It's kind of an arbitrary thing because obviously I'm not going to be able to do that. But I think it's fun for my brain just to track where my retirement accounts are. Home ownership was something I was obviously teeny tiny bit little at a time tracking up to. I was saving for a little bit of a down payment, and then I got engaged and we realized that we should be saving for a wedding. So that you can see I blacked this out here, and then it switched over. I'm pointing, you can't see me point. And then it switched over to this wedding savings over here. We're hoping to get up to $15,000 by the time we get married next June. So that's why Shay's working so much this month, actually. All of her acting money, all of her side gig money is going directly into the wedding savings, and you'll see how that's been successful so far. My goal was to cut our eating out budget down totally in half. This is actually less than in half over last year, 2022, and I was trying to keep it under $2,500. Spoiler alert. And then wedding savings, like I said, we're hoping to cash flow. So let's just jump in and see where we did. That's just a little rundown. I realized that I've got new people on the channel, and it's been a while since I think really actually went into why I do this and what I'm doing versus just mentioning it as we go, which I think is probably a little confusing. So, yeah, let's get into this. So, student loan pay down, like I said, every single week, I'm putting a little bit towards that. And right now it is November 15th. So at the very tail end of October, we were at $149,891. And we've made progress since then. So, it's slow going. I'm hoping to get an end of year raise, and I'm hoping to up that weekly contribution to the student loans just because I want them out of here. I just want this stuff gone. And it's tough because it's a big number. It's no joke, but it's just so frustrating. I just want them to go away. All right, annual income so far in the year 2023, we just cleared 80, which is more than I made last year. I know I say that every month I say, but I was at, in 2022, my annual at the end of the year was like 68 or something. And that was the highest I'd ever made in my life up until that point. And then I got a pretty substantial promotion. You see this? See this little cat right here? Come here. She's not interested. Okay, well, Willow's just going to be there now. So yeah, I got a pretty substantial promotion in February of this year, so I'm just having a really fun time tracking where I'm at. So I know it seems kind of silly. Obviously, I know how much money I make, but it's fun to see. I think it's fun. Like, this is more money than I've ever made in my entire life, and it was at the end of October. I don't know what happened. It's fine. Okay, net worth. My overall net worth, 103, 132, 48. I am really, really hoping to get this sub, like in the 5-figure area. I don't want to have a 6-figure negative net worth anymore. And as you can see, in this year, we've made a lot of progress. And what's frustrating, though, is a lot of this is kind of out of my hands, right? Like, I'm contributing to retirement. I'm paying down the student loans is in my hands, and that's helping a bit, quite a bit. But it's the retirement going up and down that really kind of decides where this is going to land. And so it's very frustrating because I can't always control it. Like, I'll tell you, so far in November, it's looking incredible. It's looking like I'm totally going to hit my goal. But if in December we tank again, then we'll be back. There's nothing I could have done. What are you going to do? You know? Sucks, but that's life, man. That's the market. The market's going to market. Fat Fire, like I said, if I were to retire today with my retirement accounts and Shay's retirement account, we would get $123.43 a month. Not enough to live on, for sure, but I just, in my brain, that makes me happy because it can show, like, look at, we've made some really good progress in what we can do this year. Look at us. Home ownership, like I said, got to pay for a wedding. Fully funded emergency fund. As you can see, I've got a lot going on. Working on a lot of different goals, student loan pay down, saving for retirement, all that kind of stuff. So my fully funded emergency fund is not 100% the focus right now, because then I could just not, I mean, there's only so many dollars, right? Like, there's a finite amount of money that we have to spend. And I'm focusing really hard on the student loans right now. It's important to me. And I've got this kind of small emergency fund, and Shay has a small emergency fund. So together it's a decent one. But this money is in a high yield savings account, and I am just kind of letting that roll. So every month it goes up a little bit. And right now it's at 26, 15, 24. So a little bit at a time. One day I'll beef this up. It'll be like 6 months. It'll be totally great. But I really am motivated to pay down these student loans. I mentioned it a few times, I think. But yeah, it's just not the focus right now. I feel very stable in my job. I have a stable set of skills that I can use if I were to lose my job. So I don't foresee needing to tap into this, barring a medical emergency. And even then, we've got great benefits through work. So I'm glad to have it. We're also saving up a separate little medical fund. Like, we're covered. We're good. I promise. I know it's small, but it'll do the job. We all knew it wasn't going to make it. When right around here, I think we all realized, like, oh, we're not going to make it to the end of the year, right? The goal was to not, I spent like $6,000 eating out in 2022, and the goal was to not do that. And barring utter chaos in November and December, which I don't see happening, I think we're good. Shay hates it when I do this, but I'm still proud of us for spending way less. I know we didn't technically hit our goal. We're over our goal by $200 already. We got 2 months left, but I still feel really proud of the fact that there's still a chance we could cut it by 50%. Or darn near 50%. Cutting it by 40%. It's significant, and I'm feeling good about it. Yeah. I'm taking the win. No matter what Shay says. I'm taking the win. And then, like I said, Shay is an actor. She performs, and she gets paid for those performances. She was right before we left for vacation, she was working on 2 shows at once. So she puts in work. She gets paid for that work because she's very talented and wonderful. And all of the money that she's getting from her acting jobs right now is going right into our wedding savings account. Because she's cool. And so right now, at the very end of October, we're at $2,542.77, which is crazy. It's so good. It's a good chunk of what we're going for. I think we decided like 10K is our bare minimum, and I feel really, really confident that we're gonna hit that. Just because I still have like my end of the year bonus and stuff that's gonna come through, and I just feel really solid. And she's about to go into a show that does like 9 shows a week, so she's gonna make a lot of money. So yeah, we're in great shape. It was kind of a slow and steady month. I'm hoping that November sees some market recovery and we get to see a big bump, but I also am trying to not hang my hat on, like, that's a silly way to say that, but you know what I mean? I don't want to be like, wow, we were so successful, and really the market's just going to go up and down, and that's just life. But I am really, really excited to see the progress that we're making. I'm going to do a big end of year wrap up for the December one, and then maybe even a separate video going into, we've been bulking out a 5-year plan scenario and like targets and goals for every single year, and they build on each other and they stack, and they're ambitious. Some might say completely unattainable, so I'll have Shay rein me in a little bit, because I just I just did kind of like a throw some stuff at the wall and see what like dream state would look like. And not all of it, I don't think, is fully attainable 100%, but it would make me super happy. So yeah, that's what October looked like for us. It was progress on all counts, even though I'd love to see $17,000 bumps every single month. It is what it is. We can only do what we can do, and I'm feeling really good about it. Back from vacation, we're going to get back to our regularly scheduled programming. As always, let me know if there's anything you're interested in seeing from us. Thanks very much for watching. I appreciate you all. We'll see you next time.